Going on, guys, comrades, and YouTubians alike? This is Drewski here with Brandon YellowBuckets here on the chat and going live here on YouTube. Just going to talk about mainly about modding and more specifically like how certain game companies treat modding in the modding community, and also intellectual property rights. Mainly what caught my attention was like about a week ago, I was reading an article about how a Pokemon, I forget, the name slips my mind. It was like Pokemon Pixel or something like that. And just within the past 2 weeks or so, the group that was making it, a completely independent just group of people, fan making a Mario or Pokemon game, excuse me, were sent to cease and desist by Nintendo and were told that they were to stop all development, production, and to not release any further information or anything about this Pokemon game, which is similar to what happened earlier this year with Pokemon Uranium, the exact same situation. Completely fan-developed, a full-fledged Pokemon game with complete new areas, Pokemon, all this stuff. It was going to have their own online servers capable of battling, trading. Like, it was going to be a full-fledged Pokemon game that got to the final steps, and I think it even got released. But Nintendo sent a complete cease and desist, I think, right after release. So they had to take down the whole website, stop downloads, all that stuff, which the game still exists. You can still get your hands on it, albeit it's not going to be supported by the original creators. So it's just, I guess that it just brings up the whole question why Nintendo is so sensitive to their intellectual property rights, which, I mean, fuck, dude, we know that Nintendo makes like billions of dollars off of just Mario probably alone. They were set way before Pokemon even came on the scene. Like, they've had Mario in the tank for about at least 10 years at that point. Not to mention Donkey Kong and all the classic arcades and shit going back before that. So it's like, and one of my other main points is I see all the time on right now, you can go on to plenty of classic game, retro game websites and stores and buy like all kinds of like Nintendo, like Mario, Link, Zelda, Link, fucking Castlevania. I mean, name a series, and there's like probably a handful, if not more, like homebrews that are being sold right now. And I guess, I don't know. It's just, it kind of perplexes me because they don't seem to go after that at all, which is a complete, like what I'm trying to say, they're profiting off of something that already exists, that Nintendo's created, that's copyrighted, and they sell these games for like $40-50 a piece, and they get away with it scot-free. But these people that, same idea, same just independent group of people make a Pokemon game, put it on the computer, release it free, pretty much freeware, and Nintendo goes apeshit and uses all their power to make them stop production. So it's kind of crazy. I mean, I don't know. So that's Nintendo, you know, and we've seen this before with their YouTube, with their whole partnership program with YouTube. I'm pretty sure, Brandon, you know this. We couldn't upload a video with fucking Mario or anything in it right now without getting a copyright strike because we're not partnered with the Nintendo program or whatever the fuck it's called. And it's just weird. I don't know. I don't see why. I mean, I get it because Nintendo's, they're third place essentially. Like PlayStation and Xbox, Microsoft, Sony and Microsoft, they make probably, I don't know sales figures, but I know they probably make more money on their console games per year. Nintendo, I don't know. I'd like to say Nintendo probably makes more money just off of licensed revenue. If I just had to make a guess. So, and
I would
anybody
probably agree with that. And Nintendo has they have more money than Sony and Microsoft, I want to say.
Yeah, dude. Like I remember reading a statistic. It was like if Nintendo stopped making any money, like right now, they could still sustain their business for like 50 plus years just based on the profits that they have and like their amount of stock, like the how much they're worth in stocks and shit. So I think, yeah, they are more of a cemented in company, whatever business, however you want to call it. But yeah, it's just really weird. I don't know. And that, that's just kind of what we're going to talk about a little bit later in the video, is our own kind of thoughts and opinions on why they decide to be so stringent on just their property, why they don't let stuff get streamed and shared on YouTube and blah, blah, blah. So to go the complete opposite end of the spectrum, Fallout hat kind of reminded me, you got a company like Bethesda. Bethesda recently has kind of done some groundbreaking shit on the console front by first with Fallout 4 and more recently with Skyrim adding complete mod support on consoles, PS4, Xbox One, which short of like, I don't know, I can't really think off the top of my head, but that's like the first AAA title that I can think of that's added any sort of type of like, what do you want to say, just mod tools, gave the community the tools from the game to make more stuff that doesn't exist in the game. Basically, it boils down to, if you have a PC that's powerful enough, you can download the creation kit for Fallout 4 and Skyrim, which gives you all the assets they use to build environments, characters, quest lines, all that stuff. And you can make a patch or a mod, and upload it to their mod site. And if they deem it quality enough, if enough players like it, blah, 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 it'll eventually get ported over to the consoles, which is cool that the software's, pretty nailed down. And it's a word I'm looking for, it's universal. So they can pretty much make something on PC and it'll be ready to go on PS4, Xbox One, if they want it to. So that's cool. And that's an example of like a company that gives pretty much full-fledged support to the community. They encourage and they want you to, take their tools and create. And they're excited just as much as you are to go out and to see what you make, as much as you are to have the tools to be able to make something. So it's like, and Nintendo's kind of, it's like, and that's another contradictory thing in my head that kind of creates a little cognitive dissonance. It's like, Nintendo doesn't want you to share their shit. They don't want you to go make a video about fucking Super Mario 3D Wii U fuck farts, but they'll let you go out and you can buy Super Mario Maker, and that is like, I think, the one game that they don't strike you for playing. Like, anybody can upload footage from that game. So it's like, okay, so they give you a full-fledged game, like, here, go create your own Mario game. Like, here you are. But God forbid you just want to try to do a speed run of Mario 3 and post that shit on, YouTube or something.
You can at least stream on Twitch, which is cool.
Well, Twitch is, that's the good get around, because you can play anything you want on there. Well, within regard, most games you can play on them. So, yeah, Twitch is a good get around, and that's kind of where they're coming up on YouTube in terms like YouTube gaming and live, where, that's just a whole community that can't get what they want on YouTube, so they're just going to go to Twitch and do that. So if some fuck's watching this over intergalactic satellites at YouTube, take notes, motherfucker. Fuck Nintendo. We want to be able to play their games and post content. But anywho, not to get too off track just yet. So yeah, you got Bethesda, and another one that kind of just popped in my head is fucking Epic Games and the Unreal Engine, which that's kind of that's a separate, that's not necessarily modding, that's like just game creation in general with the Unreal Engine. Take a game like Unreal Tournament 4 or Unreal Tournament 2016 or whatever you want to call it, the latest Unreal Tournament game, which is an alpha, pre-alpha still, but it's downloadable. You get the Epic Games launcher and you can play it, but that game is being completely developed, and all the new content and patches and everything that's added is all through player input. All the maps Well, like not all of them. Like the game still has a development base, crew, but they support a lot of stuff. Like maps that go in are generally user created. A lot of like small patches that they do, like when they just tweak guns, that's all like from like polls and online communities. So that's pretty much a game that's basically being built by the community as we speak, and that's a game that'll probably be an alpha probably for another couple years until the Unreal, I think 6 or 7, until that engine is fully realized and they actually have a solid game to go on. Because, I mean, that game's been marketed, in Unreal Tournament's case, been marketed as a free-to-play game. I don't think they'll ever release a version that's going to cost money. But, I don't know. That's another, I guess, example of a company that doesn't mind it, modding, and encourages the modding community to take their tools and create content. And really...
I think GTA, well, not GTA, Rockstar, I think, is pretty good about it, too.
I was just thinking, honestly, dude, that's, like, I just popped in my head. I was thinking, too, Rockstar, they're honestly, like, the middle ground, because they don't give a fuck if you, like, they kind of, like, almost, like, made it so they wanted people to go and crack the codes of that game, like, break into it, find out how to do all these Easter eggs and stuff, which, I mean, is a kind of separate topic. But
bring your phone up a little higher, your face kind of cut off. So I don't get the full width, like, because it's long ways. You know what I'm saying?
Is it good?
Yeah, you're good now. My bad.
Let's keep my... But, so yeah, Rockstar, but that you see people all the time, like, dude, what's the recent thing? The SpongeBob fucking modded in. SpongeBob and Patrick run around with RPGs and shit. Like, people modded that into the game. Rockstar doesn't give a shit. They don't go down to these YouTube channels and, like, send digital KGB motherfuckers knocking at their...
Digital KGB.
Hey, like, what are you doing to our game? Why is SpongeBob running around blowing up LAPD officers with a fucking rocket launcher? No, it's just someone's probably sitting there watching like, damn, that's some cool shit. Like all the things. You got to think some of the content they've added has to be inspired. That's another thing I'm getting at. Mojang, or however you say it, Minecraft, the people who make Minecraft, and I guess that's
about it too.
That's kind of Microsoft now, but whatever, that group of developers, they take a lot of stuff from the modding community, a lot of like small features, and the one that pops into my head are like the wall maps, like which was just recently added to consoles. It's been on PC probably for a while now, but the ability to chain maps together on the wall to make a big map, that's something that was a mod like years ago, and finally is just now making its way into the game. But they don't necessarily give credit, but they know that they fucking just took it from somebody that modded in and just made an official thing. But they're not sloppy about it. That game's always, they've always been open to people, open to suggestions, at least for Minecraft. And if you want to talk about rip off the mod community, you talk about Activision. They, honestly, they're all right, because on PC, at least you can get the mod tools. They just released Black Ops 3 mod tools a couple months ago. So people are out there making custom campaign and mainly custom zombies maps is the main thing for Call of Duty mods in the modding community. But the thing that they're, at least in my opinion, notorious for is when they make pretty much the next zombies game. So, like, all right, for example, from Black Ops 2 to Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3 has, like, so many fucking things that, like, copy things that modders did. And keep in mind, if you boot up World at War, Call of Duty World at War, right now, which was made in 2008, released in fall 2008, that game is still being supported by the mod community to this day and has custom content coming out with assets all the way up. I've seen guns from Infinite Warfare, the game that just came out like fucking 2 months ago, like not like a month ago. I've seen stuff in custom games that have that shit in it. well, not personally that I've played. I've seen that online, but I do have this one map on World at War that's a custom map that has like half of the stuff from the first Zombies level in Black Ops 2, like this special sword, like a handful of guns. So it's crazy. Like people can take the shit from the new games and put it into the old ones. I mean, most modders know this shit, and if you're just kind of a casual gamer like watching this and or whatever, it's kind of crazy that the amount of stuff that what do I want to say, the way that game companies are truly inspired by the custom content that users make, that they don't even think that they could really do it, like possibly. I don't know. I'm losing track, but Activision blatantly steal fucking ideas and give no credit and just act like they're innovating the fucking zombies, the whole zombies gameplay and scene and shit, but really they're just using stuff that's 2 years old that they didn't originally create themselves. So, and on Activision aside, I mean, that's pretty much it in my, like, yeah, that's all I can really think of off the top of my head about major companies that at least I keep up with. And so really, I guess the main question just is like, the main question would be then, why do you think Nintendo is so like restrictive on their content as opposed to other AAA companies like Bethesda and shit like that, and even Microsoft with Minecraft and stuff, that are open to modding and I guess just sharing, letting people share their content. I don't know.
I don't know why. Like I was thinking for like 2 seconds earlier while you were talking about it that maybe it's a cultural thing because it's Japanese, but Sony is really not like that, and Sony's
Right.
all Japanese. I really can't think why. Maybe it's just an ego thing a little bit. The creators at Nintendo are very proud of their work. They take a lot of pride in their work, to be honest.
That
And
is like, yeah, they're
so
really humble about that shit.
so that they don't like that, like they don't want, perhaps they don't want things misrepresented. Like,
Right.
oh, they someone sees this and that's not what they intended.
That's a
And
great,
so that's probably, I would say it's stuff like that. And maybe they're
because
just, and they're not making money hand over foot like they used to.
right,
So
'cause that made me
perhaps
think
it's just to try and
on
make as much money as they can. I feel like this type of behavior leads to these kinds of conversations. I'm a Nintendo fan. I have a Wii U. I have a 3DS. I'm not buying a Switch because moolah, but I've never really was too upset about it. But I didn't even know about not being able to put. I kind of heard about not being able to put stuff on YouTube, but I didn't know it was that bad.
yeah, like I honestly don't know. It might have been revised, like since I've last read upon it. But I remember about like a year ago, this one guy I watch on YouTube, Ozerite Reaction, who's he's been on YouTube for like since the early scenes, like 2007, 2008. But he's kind of a lower, like less than 100K subscribers, but he's got a solid fan base. Like people watch his shit. And he did a video where it was like a Super Mario hack. It was just like a game, like just a homebrew game that he was playing on he emulates, so he was playing that shit on PC, and they copyright striked him twice on the one video and took the video down, one for the intellectual property rights, and two because he was running a cheat program that was hacking the game. So they claimed that he was like cheating the code of like a Mario game or something. And in contact with like YouTube and Nintendo, like why the video got taken down, because truly it wasn't in, like he went over the whole contract and everything. It wasn't out of like any sort of contractual obligation. Like there's no reason why he couldn't post some homebrewed content. And they pretty much just sent him like an automated response that didn't even really truly respond to like the context of his inquiry that like about why his video got shut down. And so yeah, his channel was pretty much on the brink of like one more strike within a 6-month period, and his shit would have been suspended for an unspecified amount of time. So he hasn't really ever posted shit since. He's just like, dude, I'm just gonna be on Twitch now, pretty much. Like, I'm not even gonna mess around with YouTube because they're just so like automated now that shit just gets like twisted. All right, so since we're on the topic of, property and stuff, it makes me think of the Family Guy episode that came out within like the last year that used two separate scenes in the episode. They were playing the old NES, and one they used Tecmo Bowl footage from that where they just run the shit. It was like a 2-minute little thing, and then at the end of the episode they use a clip from Double Dribble, and the guy, what they did was they just went to YouTube and they just fucking downloaded a gameplay video, and the one that was that screwed this guy over was the Double Dribble one. And he went onto his account the day after that episode aired, and his account was suspended due to copyright claims by 20th Century Fox that he had used uploaded clips of Family Guy onto his channel. But really, it was that video flag. It was part of the episode. But Fox and Seth MacFarlane and Family Guy, whoever, used the clip without permission. So, like, the guy's channel got flagged because they didn't get permission, and 20th Century Fox sent down the fucking ban hammer on his ass. The big fucking foot-long money cock just slammed down on that motherfucker. And, like, so it's just fucked up, man. YouTube, I enjoy what you let me do and how you let me post videos and stuff, but you're not a perfect thing. But
they aren't anymore. They were a lot more lax in the beginning. Google's gotten worse over time. Definitely. Google, hopefully, let's make Google great again.
Right. Make Google great. Lower the censorship. Fuck them. Like, what does Google have to worry about? You can use their search engine as a porn website. Why the fuck are they trying to act like anything's sacred on the internet? So, you know what?
They're nuts.
That's my argument. Sticking to it. But
yeah, that's crazy. Like how Fox used that video. And the sad part about them is they have so much money, especially Fox. I want to say Fox News and Fox are one and the same, or maybe an umbrella entity, but they might be not. But they have money, bro. Like I saw the thing this year. Fox was the most watched news source in our country, dude. And they just have so much power. Like even if it came down to someone trying to fight them for using that video, they're gonna win. It's just ridiculous. And
I feel like it was just an honest oversight. Like Seth MacFarlane or whoever, I'm not like putting on his shoulders.
MacFarlane's a pretty reasonable dude. He's actually super liberal. I don't get how his show's on Fox sometimes.
Right. I love the guy, yeah. So, I mean, it was probably the director of that episode, whoever the fuck, like, it was probably just an honest oversight. Like, they didn't think, we just need a minute, 30 seconds, whatever, of this Nintendo game footage. Like, we don't have the fucking thing right here. We can't capture it. So just go to YouTube and just pull off a clip. Like, it ain't going to make a difference. But they didn't, I don't think they foresaw that YouTube was so sketchy and that would happen. So, I mean, the guy's channel got reinstated and the video was all back up and all the strikes were taken down. So it all ended up being kosher at the end of everything.
That's good.
So it was just, I think it was just, like I said, like an oversight and unintentional. But it's just, that's just an example of how sketchy, I'll say it again, how sketchy YouTube is. In a sense.
Toasty.
This video, by the way, is not sponsored by Steel Reserve, but I'm drinking Steel Reserve anyways. Come to Wisconsin or any shitty liquor store in your area. Spend $1.49 and you'll be toasted. That was a non-sponsored video message from Drewski about Steel Reserve. So I guess.
We need to try and get a sponsorship from something. One of my favorite YouTubers who does politics news, he uh
Mhm.
he literally did a video and he was drinking some seltzer from this kind of low brand company, right? He's chilling,
Yeah.
drinking the seltzer, and he kind of calls him out in the video, says, "Send me an endorsement, why not?" And then someone tweeted at them the video clip, and then they got back to him, and I think he actually got money for it.
Damn.
It was so funny.
Yeah, that's shit. We be doing toasty reviews, man. That could happen.
Yeah, I mean, if we
Fine.
can get big enough, that would be a cool thing.
Oh yeah, I'm serious. Yeah, that would be cool. Um, shit. Just thinking about it, yeah. Like if even like the little like things like how what am I trying to say? Like controller companies and just like stuff like that, third parties that just say, hey, you play a shit ton of games, put our logo in front of your video, and we'll ship you half a dozen controllers every month or something like that. That shit's cool too. A lot of YouTubers get like sponsored by I can't think of the name of it, but there's one of those controller companies that be on shit. Hello.
Mad Cats? Are they even a company anymore though?
Yeah, because like the way yep. Let me see if I can bring y'all in on that. Mad Cats, it's to the on the side of the Harmonix logo there.
Oh, they make some of the gear for Rock Band or Guitar Hero.
Yeah, guitar. So
That's sweet. I
Mad
didn't know that.
they still exist. I think the drum kit's the same way.
Bro, Rock
But yeah,
Band when you're drunk is the best.
oh yeah, man. I've been playing that shit. Excuse me, playing that for since about like 2007. Probably that's when it came out, I think.
I was in the Guitar Hero for some time and then I got out.
Yeah,
Because once I started playing real guitar, I'm like, okay, this is better.
yeah. That's
You
kind of
know,
how
I'm a fraud and never really play.
my dad was like, I'm buying you these goddamn plastic guitars. Why don't I just get you a real one? It's just like, okay, bring it on, guy. Wow, shaky, blurry, toasty cam.
I know a lot of musicians who actually enjoy Rock Band Guitar Hero. They're like, bro, it's so simple, but it ain't the real thing, but it's just fun as hell because you can pretend.
Right, exactly.
Because when you're
And I,
toasty, you can't really play those guitar or any instrument as well, unless you're one of them people who can. But you'd be like, Jim Morrison. He didn't really play an instrument, but that dude could sing turd as fuck, bro. Or Hendrix, bro. Hendrix was on like another planet, and he was just shredded, bro. Using his teeth, my guy, like.
putting having his bandana, slipping a couple tabs of acid up in that shit, and just
Ooh,
walking on stage.
shit's crazy.
Crazy. But I guess to conclude this video before we just ramble on for another 20 minutes, that's pretty much, I don't know, how I feel and what I've been thinking about in terms of the modding community. I mean, I'm all for it. In my basic opinion, I guess just to round out the video, I believe that, there's no reason that Nintendo should be ceasing and desisting these people if they're just making something that's not for profit, and if they're just, they're not doing anything other than just uploading files to a computer. They're not like hacking Nintendo. They're not running shit through the internet. They're just basically making a game. There's no reason why that should not exist. But that being said, you made a great point. Nintendo and shit like the Pokemon Group or whatever the hell they're called, and
Game something.
Game Freak
Yep.
and the Pokemon team and all that shit, and Shigeru Miyamoto, creator of Mario, Zelda, they're all really proud and treat their work as something special. So I can see both sides of the argument, I guess, is the way I really chalk it up. I'm for at least let the people be able to play. If it's not for profit, and if you're not gonna and if you're gonna take their shit down, at least acknowledge their skill. And if someone made a complete Pokemon game by themselves, or say a limited group of people, why the fuck is Nintendo not saying, all right, guys, welcome to the Pokemon team? Like, you got fucking people right there that are doing shit that could be working for you. So that's kind of another way that I see it. But other than that, it's just it's all about culture. It's different. There's a big difference between Shigeru Miyamoto and Todd Howard. There's big difference. So it's a debate that, you know, it's worth speaking upon again. I think maybe I'll make a more organized video in the future, script it up, fact it up, have some cool images and not a shaky, toasty front cell phone cam. But
when is your computer gonna be done?
Dude, my dad. Yeah, for the audience watching, God damn it, I was just speaking with my dad about it because he's on customer support with them. He said tomorrow he's gonna call, and he's thinking either like, dude, that thing could just show up on the doorstep tomorrow, or it just could be a busy holiday season, and you know, shit happens.
The holidays, they're busy, and like with the holidays, they just don't have as much time because a lot of people have time off.
Right. So, and yeah, Christmas was a couple days ago, so they're getting back into this. I mean, every pretty much business is getting back into the swing of things, getting the holiday breaks and days off taken care of. So I'll have an update on that this weekend. If I don't go live for a Toasty review, I'll talk about it after a Toasty review. But if I don't, then I'll have an update video on Facebook, on the Yellow Buckets page, or maybe even my personal page, just because it'll just be a quick video. But either way, I'll stay connected on Facebook through the Yellow Buckets Productions page. So appreciate everybody with the support and the patience, because really I just need to get my act back together, squared away, so I can be back on the uploading front, and then we're going to start hammering out some regular content. I'll be finishing up, while it's in my brain, I'll be finishing up the Postal 2 series, because I left off on that. It's honestly, I'm on the last level, so there's only maybe 2 videos, if not just 1, left of the Postal series. So that's fun. Fucking A, be able to start a new game series after that, pardon my French, but I think it's too late for that. And
it's too late.
Too late. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. Just Drewski being patient, waiting for his computer. Meanwhile, we got Hunter, who's actually in town with me. So if anyone's curious to maybe why Hunter hasn't been doing his podcast or posting a fucking Toasty review or something, he's actually been pretty close to me here in town in Wisconsin on his school break. So, I mean, y'all probably already know that, for y'all that stay in contact with him, friends and whatnot. But, so yeah, within the more, let's say, scheduled, a more structured, there we go, be a more structured year. And yeah, short films will be coming too, Drewski short films.
That would be exciting.
I have, dude, half the time I'm sitting by myself, I'm just thinking about, like, if I just had a camera and be able to go out and do some shit, film some shit. I want to do it. I want to experiment with it, but that's down the road. My main thing is I want to fuck with practical effects, blood effects, gore, general, like gunshot, squibby kind of explosive effects and stuff like that, as well as dialogue and practicing on writing. So I'll be getting into that shit. This has been a stream. It's getting kind of off topic, but
yep, it's all good though.
Yeah, it's all good. We're all good. We're chill. That's how Yellow Buckets is. We're always talking about something. So, yep, that was modding, homebrewing, the status of Yellow Buckets, and much more. So, thank you, Brandon, for being a guest speaker / whatever on this.
I'm also mediating the whole thing a little bit.
Yeah, and for y'all that don't know, this is all being broadcasted from where Brandon's at, but I'm just on the Skype chat. So thank you, Skype. Also non-endorsed, but it helped when we needed it. So until next time, comrades, this has been Drewski Yellow Buckets and Brandon YB Yellow Buckets talking live, but stay tuned. We'll be back for more next time. Peace out,
guys.